What's up, y'all? It's the First Amendment with Isaiah Tilson. We back, we live, we at y'all face, man. Listen, man, I got a Kool-Aid smile on my face today after the Michael Cohen and interrogation, should I say, or should I say testify? The Republicans was like they was interrogating them today, but I guess it was a testify today, and I really didn't really make up a show for this actual conversation because I still got the Russia show that I'm working on, and I didn't really want to make up a show for this actual conversation. I just kind of wanted to just see how long it was going to take. After it take it, just turn it off and just go upstairs and watch the continuous coverage of it. But I just had to. A lot of people was calling me. It was like, "Yo, are you doing a show about this?" So I just had to just give y'all my opinion on what did I think about it. I watched the parts that I didn't watch because I was at work, and the times when I had to like go in and like do things in front of like guests and stuff, and I wasn't like behind the scenes and just fixing stuff inside the actual room. It's the times when I couldn't watch, so I missed a lot of parts that I started to see like on YouTube. So I missed probably like 2 hours of it, and a couple hours of it, and I seen certain parts that I wanted to see. Now, my take before we actually start picking apart certain parts or whatever, my take on the actual situation. I wanted to jot down a footnote. My take on the actual situation with Michael Cohen and the testimony. I'm hearing a lot of people saying that Michael Cohen did not give out information today. And I'm hearing even Democrats saying that. I think that they're shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, I when they said it, I had to go back and kind of like skim through it and actually like watch it again or whatever. So I probably got 3 times watching this interview. I almost probably got invested in this interview about like what 14 hours, and just now it's about 9 o'clock. So what I mean, I was at the gym for 3 hours, and then I came back, and and my opinion on the actual situation, I think that Democrats is definitely shooting themselves in the foot when I watch them say that this investigation wasn't huge. I don't think because they don't understand the part that I don't think that they get is that you might can't get nothing out of Michael Cohen. Michael Cohen might shot himself in the foot. He might be a not a reputable uh witness. I get that. Michael Cohen is not a reputable witness. I get that. I heard that. We heard that all throughout the day. But when you have somebody like that close to the president, as close as he was for 10 years, some things that you have to take in agreements, and you got to say, okay, I'm starting to believe certain things. You know, especially when you start hearing things about the president and you start hearing it by multiple sources through multiple people. Now, my thing that stood out with Michael Cohen is when he talked about the mafia, the Russian mafia guy. I don't know his name. I forgot his name. I'm not even looking it up tonight. I wasn't even trying to look nothing up. I was just watching video, and they were saying his name a million times, but I wasn't paying attention. Well, I was paying attention, but I don't like to pay attention to people names because I'm not good with names. That's A, and B, I don't care about names because when you start seeing a person name and you start wanting to get into their personal life and understand what it is. And when we talk about politics a lot, I like to stay out on with their kids and their family and how they treat their wives and kids because certain things I just, what I mean, when they asked that Donald Trump beat Melania, I'm like, what the fuck? This is going too far at one point. What I mean? This is just ridiculous. What I mean? At one point, because I think that certain questions like that, it's not needed. It's not needed. Certain questions is not needed, especially for politics. We're just prying too much. So with that, I like to stay out of names. So even though I need to get your name for this, and I will give you that later on, but the guy that was actually inside the Russia mafia, Michael Cohen said, actually had a place in the Trump Towers. He actually had a office at the actual Trump Towers, and the office was on the 25th floor with Donald Trump. So whoever wants to say that Donald Trump had nothing to do with any type of Russia entity, it's just crazy at this point. You're on a ship that's going to sink. I know a lot of people are going to be like, yo, like, there's no evidence, there's no evidence, there's no evidence. I've been saying that for a minute. But remember, I said that in the beginning. I was like, yo, this is not enough evidence to impeach him. This is not enough evidence to impeach him. And let's be clear, I still don't think this is enough evidence to impeach him. Let's be clear. But I think that at this point, if you have any type of morals, and this is me preaching to you guys now, if you have any type of morals, you have to stand for something. And when you realize that you got to stand for something or you'll fall for anything, you start understanding that you have to stand against somebody that you see as being straight a liar. There's no other way to put this. Donald Trump is a liar, and he's being backed by laws that's not fair. You know, if this was any other person, they would be in jail. Now I'm starting to get to the fact where, as though, you know what I stand for, you guys. I stand for fairness. I stand for fairness, y'all. If it's not fair, I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm starting to understand that this situation is not fair. It's not fair the way that Donald Trump gets to get away with stuff. He is repeatedly and countlessly getting away with things. He gets to sweep things underneath the rug. He gets to do this. He gets to do that. If this was any other, and I'm being dead honest. If Donald Trump was an African American president, he would be impeached and locked up. All this benefit of the doubt is out of control. At one point, when you hear Russian mafia, when you hear Russian government, when you hear Donald Jr. was having to get them to drop information on Hillary Clinton by another government, when you hear this type of things, and you're starting to hear how close, okay, you said the president didn't know. Donald, you want to say that the president and Michael Cohen thing today, he said that Donald Trump went around the desk and whispered something in the president's ear. And he told him that he had to meet him with the Russia officials to release the documents of Hillary Clinton. And Michael Cohen said it was kind of weird because he never seen nobody go around Donald Trump's desk and actually talk to Donald Trump side by side. He never seen nobody do that because what it was or whatever. And Donald Trump said good and whatever. Now, if you don't want to believe that because there's no paperwork to back that, I get it. Don't believe that. But my thing is that I'm telling you guys to believe is the behavior of the president. The behavior of the president. Do you want somebody like this running the free world? Listen, if you're police, right, and you have sex with a prostitute, you're getting fired, right? Because you're a public figure. If you are a detective or some type of congressperson on a lower level, it might destroy your reputation. The president of the United States decides before he goes to off to the White House. He didn't even have no idea that he wasn't running because he was fucking Stormy Davis. Stormy Daniels or whatever her damn name is. He didn't care about running because he was having sex with Stormy Daniels. I'm starting to understand, and this is real. A lot of policies I like from Donald Trump, but his behavior is starting to turn me off. This is not about Republicans. I mean, Democrats are soft and soft because I'm far from a soft motherfucker. I'm far from being a soft liberal Democrat, and Democrats want the best for people, and they sort of kind of way. I believe that. Just like I believe Republicans really want the best for people and they sort of kind of way. But some people is mislead at the end of the day. I think that Democrats is more moral than anything. They work on morals. It's immoral. He is destroying the United States. Not because of bad policies or messing up money. He is destroying the United States because of his empathy. The way that he conducts himself as a human being. You hear inside this Michael Cohen, he's not even closely near of being a productive citizen. He's a rich, spoiled kid that get things fixed for him. And then he screams and cries when it don't get fixed. We're starting to see the inside. I wasn't going to judge Donald Trump like this. Y'all know me. I kept saying, watch all my old views. I kept saying the same thing. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to judge you. But when Paul Manafort, when Roger Stone, when Ron, whatchamacallit, when Michael Cohen, when all these people is starting to turn on Trump, or you starting to hear the uprising from Trump, where people is actually saying that no, it's an issue. Donald Trump is really doing something with Russia, and he's doing something with businesses. He's hiding money. Michael Cohen said that he paid Stormy Daniels out of his own money just to hide it for the president. Now, if he did not do that, the president would have been in trouble. If he did not do that, he wouldn't be in trouble. And believe me, I've been around figures that is in the public eye that don't like to be caught up with the riffraff, so they ask you to do certain things. I've been around that, and you feel so loyal to a person, you say, "All right, do it." I mean, nobody ain't gonna expect shit from me, so I do it, not knowing that they're gonna get you when they try to bring him down. It looked like he was blindly. They keep saying he lied. He lied. He lied to protect the president, his friend, which he thought was his friend at one point in time. He lied to protect his friend. And then once when he realized that his friend didn't reach out and help, then he said, "Man, fuck this motherfucker." He snitched. I think Cohen today dropped a whole lot of smoking bombs. He dropped a whole lot of smoking bombs. He gave a whole lot of names for people to investigate. Man, he gave dozens of names for us to investigate and bring these people in and question these people. Ask them, well, what about Donald Trump tax returns? Why has Donald Trump has not been forced to give his tax returns? Not yesterday, today. It's an issue, you guys. It's an issue. He brought the paperwork where Donald Trump clearly lied about how much he makes a year to buy the Buffalo Bills. He lied about how much he make a year to buy the Buffalo Bills. Biggest bombshell from Michael Cohen testimony before Congress. He lied. Michael Cohen testimony Wednesday before a House Oversight Committee contains no shortage of explosive charges, many of which could spell trouble for Cohen's former boss, Donald Trump. As a Republican on the committee repeatedly reminds Americans watching the processing. Cohen had already lied to the Congress in 2007 when he testified about the duration of hold on. Why did this computer keep I swear somebody hacked me. He talks about the duration of negligence with Russia officials to build a Trump Tower in Moscow. The testimony by Cohen, who is scheduled to begin a 3-year prison term in May of campaign financing, charged in relation to hush money payments made on behalf of Trump, lying to Congress, and bank and tax fraud related to his personal business interactions. Nevertheless, poses threats President Trump, especially since Cohen backed up of some of his claims with he posted threats against since Cohen backed up some of his claims with physical evidence. While not every relationship detailed by Cohen pointed criminal activity by Trump, here is the biggest bombshells and allegations from the hearing. So let's go through the biggest bombshells according to Yahoo. Ongoing investigation of Trump. In exchange from Rep. Okay, let's see one of them. Tower in Moscow. Oh, the Trump Tower in Moscow. He confirmed that Donald Trump was working on the Trump Tower in Moscow at the same time as becoming president of the United States. So what's going on, Bad? At the same time of becoming president for the United States, Donald Trump was still working on the Trump Tower in Moscow. So that's one thing that he confirmed. He confirmed a whole bunch of stuff. Hush money payments. He confirmed that he had to pay the rest of the money from the hush money payments. He confirmed that. So this is the type of things that I keep talking about, man. We have to have a serious conversation about whether or not Donald Trump personality is fit in politics right now. You know, any man, you know, hey, let me ask somebody like my baby right here. Would you vote for a man that has sex with prostitutes? Do you think that he'll have your best interest as a female?
Well, I have two different opinions.
So let's hear.
So if I was a modest girl a lot, like 100% of the time, no. What the fuck are you doing? Why are you engaging in those activities and things like that? But then, like, I know certain people that get by selling their body and doing things like that. So it's just like, it is what it is. Like,
Okay, so I understand what you're saying. I'm not condemning their profession. I'm not condemning their profession. I'm just basically saying a person of the people, if he was married, he is married to Melania, and then he steps out on his wife a year before becoming president and have sex with not one, but 2 prostitutes, and then gets Michael Cohen to lie to his wife and told that the sex was crazy shit. Get Michael Cohen to lie to his wife, to Donald Trump's wife, the first lady, on the same time of having Michael Cohen pay for his debts that Michael Cohen never got paid back for. What you now says he's now, I'm not knocking the occupation, but I'm kind of saying that.
No, that is true. Like, that's mad disrespectful. Like, once you get married, if you and your spouse don't have that agreement, like, yo, we fucking different people, this is what we doing. If y'all not on the same page like that, then you stepping out on your marriage, like, you scum. Like, you shouldn't be doing that. It doesn't give little girls or young women a sense of, like, respect, because it's like you disrespecting the first lady blatantly in front of everybody, and like there's no room for that. Like, I just feel like if you are going to be the face of the country, then you should be well rounded, like,
And that's
100%.
And that's what I keep saying. That's what I keep saying. I'm really starting to believe, and my cold hard thing is that you know me. You remember I was 100%, not 100% for the president, but I was like, yo, let this thing play out. I was one of those guys. Let it play out. I'm not gonna put nobody in the grave. It's time to start preparing the body. You understand what I'm saying? Because now some of the stuff that you starting to hear over this testimony is really starting to be alarming for the president of the United States. Like, I'm actually upset. That's what I said. I said the president is ratchet. Like, we can't take him nowhere. Like, he just want to have sex with women and just like lie and make up things with Russia. Like, this guy, we can't take him nowhere.
And it just bothers me because it's like, dude, like, if Barack would have did something like this, or even had a flirtatious look to somebody outside of his woman or the first lady, yo, it would have been a riot. It would have been on, like, but white people get a slap on the wrist with everything. They look the other way.
It's crazy how much you really start to see how much it takes to impeach somebody. We cannot his conduct, but he is appointed by the people. But if he acts a certain way, we can't impeach him. This is now, like I keep telling these young kids, you gotta watch who you voting for. You gotta go out there and do the due diligence to do voting, to vote. You have to do that type of things because now it's letting you see that whoever you put in there is stuck in there, and he might. I don't. Honestly though, if they haven't impeached him yet, Lord knows they're not gonna do it. Honestly, I can't even keep selling this dream of like he's going to get impeached because I know that he's not. I know at this point he's above the law. Like, this guy is above the law. He's having sex with prostitutes and still the president of the United States. I was like, if you have sex, if I had sex with a prostitute, I will go to jail the next day. If it came out in front of, I would go to jail the next day. I would be facing criminal charges, especially when he was having sex with these prostitutes. Was he in a legal place? Like, nobody is like, I'm really, this is not the conduct that I want our president of the United States to have. The leader of the free world, the leader of the United States. I got KFC upstairs for you, back. Yeah, some mashed potatoes. The leader of the free world and all that. That's what I would not like that to happen. You know what I mean? I'm serious, you guys. I'm serious. I'm gonna get out of here. Listen, I still want to do this show. So I'm probably gonna do that show probably tomorrow or whatever. But this Michael Cohen thing is huge. And I couldn't even get to Donald Trump going to North Korea. I didn't even look up no reports about that. So, you guys, man, y'all got my email. Send me anything that y'all got, and I'm gonna definitely read it. But I couldn't even look up no reports about Donald Trump actually going to North Korea. I didn't know what it was about, man. Trump presidency is cemented. Yeah, we are, babe. We are. We're all going to die. Look at what this man did, babe. And I want to talk to you real quick before I get off this thing real quick. Look at what Trump did throughout his whole presidency. And ask me a question. Is this the biggest communist you ever seen? He's killing people in Yemen by giving weapons to Saudi Arabia, and they suppressing the Yemen people. It's guns, ships, it's guns, abandoned tankers, and all that stuff in Yemen. It's missiles in Yemen. Russia owns the Middle East right now because of our back out of Syria. Russia is not, I don't know the situation between Cuba and Venezuela. I don't know what's going on there. China is inside Africa deals with certain things, and they letting things happen and letting things be backed out of INF treaties and all these other different treaties to test nuclear missiles. Now everybody's testing nuclear missiles. Oh yeah, you're right, people gonna die. Everything is hostile right now. You know, Kim Jong-un, he just said, I don't care if he denuclearized as long as he stopped testing. No. The first mission was to denuclearize Kim Jong-un. But now if he just stopped texting, it's okay. Everything is an issue. The president is ratchet, man. We can't take him nowhere. We need to keep him in the United States and barricade the doors, because if he goes to he's out. Did y'all see him out North Korea last time? No, this morning. I watched it a little bit this morning. He took the flag and waved it. He just a Joe motherfucker, ain't he? He just Joe. He was just calling this man Rocket Man, saying North Korea was a shithole. Oh, now you over there after you know that they making some polls with Vladimir Putin, and just because Putin wanted you to forgive them, so you forgave him. I'm really starting to think that you're working for Russia, dude. And I used to like you. You don't want war with Isaiah Tilson. I'm telling you this right now, because I'm gonna be on that ass. Ass, man. With your tan ass. Fucking high. Looking like an orange sneaker. This dude is crazy, dog. I really don't understand this no more. And Democrats is shooting themselves in the foot. Something. They didn't get nothing out of the day. Why? What did you want? You wanted him to say, "Oh, he directly told him not to work with Russia." No, he's not. Nobody's not going to sell the president out like that. It's not going to happen. Y'all need to start subpoena motherfuckers and making them come to court, testify under oath of what's really going on. Y'all not doing that. So this is where we at with it. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow, man. Have a good night, man. Please, man. If you down with Trump, man, please just explain to me, why are you still fucking with him? Because if you was an American and you love being American, you would have got rid of this guy a long time ago. All right, y'all.